they were required to cut off their bits, the gory bits.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why?
Hello, my hippie foods. We are here with another delightful challenge. This time, I will be quizzing my daughter on a fandom that she claims to know nothing about.
I only know so very little, and that's like the basics.
Okay, it's okay. But I thought that this would be fun because I was completely lost with Homestuck, so kind of pay it forward here. So let's get into this. Songs of Ice and Fire. It is also a TV series called Game of Thrones. What do you know about it?
I only know so very little about Game of Thrones. And there's basically, I think this blonde boy, and he sits on a chair that has a bunch of swords on it, and I think he kills a few people. There's also this dragon lady who wants to die, but then so then she walked into her fireplace that had a bunch of dragon eggs, and then she found out that she was immune to fire, and then the dragon eggs hatched, I think.
A little off on the details, but that's the things happen. So I have provided you with some pictures on your Google Hangouts.
Yes.
And I want you to do me a favor and describe the person that you are looking at and what you think they do in the story.
Okay, well, this first girl, she has nice black hair and tannish skin and is pretty teal dress that I'd probably stab her over.
I think you'd fit right in just fine.
I think her role is basically being like a noble lady and a princess who orders a bunch of people and orders them to be like executed and orders her servants and stuff like that.
Okay, that's really interesting because actually she is a princess. Her name is Ariane Martel.
It was probably because of the jewelry and her divine palace window thing.
That makes sense, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, next one we have somebody who's a bit too hot to handle.
Okay.
This girl, I don't know. I guess she's a mage of some sorts, and she likes to party a lot.
Not so much with the partying. She's kind of serious about her work.
Serious about partying.
Very, very religious, very spiritual woman. Her name is Melisandre.
Fancy.
Yes.
This boy, he's got a creepy smile and weird hair. He looks like this rapper that I once saw on YouTube, except for the rapper's name, the rapper's hair was long and it was black and red. And this guy has white and red. He looks like he's in jail for probably doing some really creepy things that nobody needs to know about.
Well, was it the handcuffs that gave it away?
Of course, and the dirty clothes, and gosh, that evil smile.
He is, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but I pronounced it Jacques Carr. And he was a prisoner who was rescued, and he actually protected somebody who I think we're going to get to later on, I'm sure. That's why I'm not giving any details.
That's fair.
But he's kind of a very mysterious figure in the books, and he can also change his face.
Magic!
I know, right? It's really cool.
Next, Old McGee. I don't know what else to say about him. He's just bald and he looks a bit evil, and I don't even know what he's holding. But gosh, he has a good taste of fashion.
Okay, let me see. I want to see if he's holding. Oh, no, it's a sword. I see where you're confused, though.
It looks like a gun.
It kinda, yeah, I can kinda see.
Oh, those are pretty earrings that he has.
What do you think he does in the story?
Probably be a fashionista. You know, do a fancy walk on a stage. Be glamorous in general.
That's, Serial Pharrell. He was a sword master.
Yeah, he actually probably does sword stuff.
Yep, he is.
But he's part-time fashionista. Definitely. With those earrings and that face, you can't tell me no.
I mean, it's possible.
No, buddy.
Just because you don't read about it in the book doesn't mean that it couldn't have happened like before.
Alright. Then we just have these boring soldiers. And I guess that guy standing in front, I guess he's important, but I mean, who cares? He's probably gonna die. Muscle Boy. That was his name.
So what do you think he does?
Well, be a soldier. Fight people who are bad. Probably the dragons that are there.
Interestingly, he does a fight for the dragon lady that you mentioned. I'm actually not sure if we got a picture of her, because I just did like the top 10 favorite characters, and then I put some of my favorite characters and kind of masked them up. But anyway, his name is Grey Worm. He was a soldier, and they were required to cut off their bits, their gory bits.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why?
To make sure that they didn't have any attachments to anything, and they were also required to kill a baby.
That's fair. I mean, to join a dark cult in Fable, who was it? Fable 2. Yeah, Fable 2, you had to eat crunchy chicks! And those are baby chickens that are crunchy!
Okay, I think it's funny, like, cutting off the bits is horrible, but killing a baby is like, that's understandable.
It's because it's their weenie, Mother! How could you do such a thing?
I didn't do it! It's a fictional book!
I was joking.
Okay, I was about to say.
This is Bumbling Berry. Yeah, I actually took that from somewhere else. I didn't originally make up that name.
Okay, I was about to see, where did you come up with that?
Bumbling Berry. He doesn't do anything of importance. He's probably, like, partly noble, and he has a lot of money, but he uses that money to eat food, and he doesn't help anyone else. I mean, just look at that grin, that half-fledged grin. You know that something's up in his mind. He's looking at you like he's looking at his next dinner.
And that's Varys. He's actually a very clever man. He plots a lot, and he knows everything about everybody.
That's creepy.
Yeah, he's a really dangerous guy. And in the book, he changes outfits and like dresses in costume all the time.
What a creepy girl. Dress up girl. Well, I feel like I've seen this guy before, but I don't know his name or what he does. But he probably fights, because you wouldn't just wear that armor on a casual sunny day.
Some people would, I'm sure.
Sarah, no, you don't go out in that armor to pick daisies.
Okay, so what do you think he does?
Well,
do you think he's a good guy or a bad guy?
I feel like with that face, he is a bad guy. But technically, in his defense, he's fighting for what he thinks is right. So technically, he thinks that he's a good guy, but in other people's defense, he thinks that he's fighting for something bad. They think that he's fighting for something bad. So that makes him a bad guy in other people's eyes. Probably.
Very interesting.
Unless he's stabbing orphans and doing it on purpose to be bad.
Well, actually, he did cut a little kid into pieces. So, that is a man known as Sandor Fagane, or
Sounds like
the
Santa.
Hound, and he had a very bad relationship with his brother. His brother basically shoved his head into a fire, and that's why his face is all burnt.
Oh,
And
what a rude brother.
yeah,
Talk about sibling rivalry, am I right?
he pretty much hates everybody, including himself. He doesn't think he's a good person, but he thinks that the people who are all about royalty are hypocrites, and he's pretty much disgusted by everybody. He's a very interesting character.
Wow.
He's one of my favorites.
That's understandable, I guess. I don't know this guy. I mean, he just looks like a casual guy, but you're seeing him in the image, probably plotting an attack or somebody's death. Probably a lot of people's deaths.
It's completely possible. That is a man known as Stannis Baratheon. He is a close associate with Melisandre, the fire mage woman that you talked about earlier.
I guess that.
So they plot together, and he's one of the people who is trying to get that sweet, sweet throne.
Ooh, this guy looks nice. Probably won't stab you in your sleep. Probably.
Maybe.
It looks like the brother of the Hound guy, but I mean, I don't know. Just kind of looks like the other guy, and also there's a dog. Doggo man! Doggo man!
That's who he is. He's Doggo Man.
Yes.
That is Eddard Stark. He is one of the main characters in the first book. He is the father to the characters and an honorable person who tries to do the right thing, and it didn't really work out too well for him. But spoilers, so.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna watch it or read it anyway. Oh, this must be the Dragon Lady, probably. I don't know, she just looks like the Dragon Lady from what I know.
She would be considered a dragon lady, but probably not the dragon lady that you're thinking of.
She has a nice circular head thing.
I thought you were like, oh, she has a nice head. She does. It's, got 2 eyes, a nose, and mouth. It's a good head.
I was talking about the thing on her forehead.
No, I see. Okay, so, tell me about her.
She probably plots everybody's death, and she's probably really cool, but nobody really gets to see her personality, because mostly she stabs a lot of people.
She hires people to do this stuff.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, why your hands getting dirty? I mean, you just bought those new boots. I mean, friggin', you ain't getting any blood on those pink, fabulous Gucci.
Okay. Anyway, that is Cersei Lannister.
Huh. All of these people have really difficult names.
Yeah.
This guy's petting a puppy! Or girl, I actually really can't tell.
It's a guy.
Okay. The guy is petting the puppo! Oh, what a good puppy! They probably both murder people together and fight for what's right, and are just generally nice people. Just don't be a bad person, and they won't bite off your toes.
No, that's not too far off. That is Jon Snow, the illegitimate son of Eddard Stark, who was the guy that you saw earlier with the direwolf sigil.
Right.
And that is his direwolf ghost, who is a very good doggo.
Oh, puppy! This is Sword Boy. Oh,
Sword Boy.
Fabulous. Hey, just look at those golden locks. I feel like this is the guy who sits on the sword throne. Huh. With all that armor, those swords definitely don't hurt your butt. The armor hurts your butt. I think that do evil. I think that he does evil. But I mean, he still looks cool.
He does. That's like a really cool picture. It's interesting that you mentioned the Iron Throne because he actually did. In the books, he was with King Aerys, who basically went crazy and killed a bunch of people. It's like
That's
really,
fair.
yeah, it's actually really horrible. So he killed him, and when he killed him, he backed off and went and sat down in the Iron Throne. I guess it's a thing that some people do.
Oh, this is cold, Orange Lady. She's always cold. That is her only purpose, to be cold.
Okay, really.
Okay, but realistically, she's probably like a ranger or does stuff at a tavern. I don't know. She just seems casual, but also possibly elf. Yeah.
That is Sansa Stark. She is daughter to Eddard or Ned Stark.
Ned Flanders.
He is not Ned Flanders.
Why is his name Ned then?
Because for some reason that's a nickname for Eddard.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah, I don't get it either. She is one of those people who wanted to be a lady. It was very important to her to have social status. And it kind of all went to crap for her. And she actually showed really great strength and perseverance in surviving things that a lot of people would not have. A lot of people hate her, which is really weird, but she's one of my favorite characters. I love Sansa.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she's...
Who is this man? Oh, the poor state that he's in. His face is scrunched up like a pug. A pug who had babies with a loofah human. I don't know, this man just looks terrible. He looks like his head has been ran over by 20 times by a flattener, a potato masher, a car with potato mashers all around the tires.
He's Tyrion Lannister. He's physically deformed, and he's a dwarf.
I knew it.
And he is the brother to Cersei and Jaime. Cersei and Jaime are twins, by the way.
Huh.
So, he's very sarcastic and very bitter because people are very mean to him because of the way he looks. Like, they just decide that he's a terrible person, and really, all he wants to do is, like, have a normal life and be left alone, and people keep accusing him of doing horrible things because, of course, he looks horrible, so he must be doing awful things.
Now I feel like a bad person.
Well, I mean, it's something that people do. But, yeah, he's a very interesting character. He's actually a lot cooler in the show from what I've seen than in the books. He's kind of whiny in the books, but then again, he has a good reason to be.
Yeah, that's fair.
And plus, the actor who plays him in the show is great. So,
Moving on.
aww.
Sword lady! Who also looks like Hermione.
Actually, yeah, in that picture, she kind of does. Huh.
Sword woman! She stabs anyone who is in a 5 feet radius with her.
That is not inaccurate. So, that is Arya Stark.
Huh. Another of the many children of this man.
Yep.
There's so many children. Goodness gracious. So many children. So many wonderful babies. Babies.
Yeah. But, so, at the beginning of the first book, she's 9 years old.
Oh, goodness.
And she started sword fighting at 9.
Huh.
She's a very cool character who went through a lot. And yes, she has killed a lot of people.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
This woman needs to take some chill pills.
Well, she's had a hard life. I think you need to lay off her.
Oh, that's all of them.
That's it?
Apparently.
That was quick.
Huh.
Alright, so, anything you'd like to say?
This is a very weird series, and I don't know why you like it. But I mean, I guess that's really all.
Okay. Have a good day and keep it fruity. Bye.